We don't hear much about Doral relative to Mar-a-Lago or the Post Office Hotel, which we hear a lot about. But in fact, this is the biggest moneymaker of all of Trump's properties. But it has also seen the biggest drop in business since he became president. Now, he bought the 650-acre property near Miami out of bankruptcy in 2012 for about $150 million. He borrowed $125 million from Deutsche Bank, planned extensive renovations, promising on Twitter that it would, quote, be the best resort in the country. Well, today it's the best known anyway. The property has 643 rooms and a golf course nicknamed the Blue Monster that used to host a PGA tournament until that tournament was pulled in 2016. Now, Doral is his #1 property in terms of revenues, pulling in $76 million in 2018, up by $1 million from 2017. But this is the big problem. Revenues have fallen from $116 million, so that's down by 50% since 2016. Now, according to the Washington Post, a tax consultant working for the Trump Organization to lower Doral's tax bill told Miami officials that the resort's net operating income had fallen by 69% since 2015, and it was missing its business targets. She told officials that occupancy was about 53% compared with 77% for similar resorts in the area. No comment yet today from the Trump Organization on Doral's financials.
Any explanation for why the business would have dropped that much in a few years' time?
None from Trump officials. What we have heard is that the business primarily was Latin American and Mexican. And right after Trump's candidacy was announced and he made those comments, business went down dramatically.
There was a commentator I saw on another network, not within the last hour, a network that is typically very friendly to the President of the United States, who said that this, whether it turns out to be done at cost or at no profit, does not matter in terms of the emoluments clause, and that this was the most fully frontal assault on the emoluments clause he had ever seen. And this is spoken by an ally of the president.
Yeah, and remember, emoluments relates to foreign businesses or foreign gifts to the United States that benefit a president. This is by nature a foreign event. So it's going to be tough to argue against it. We've already seen the people who filed previous lawsuits based on emoluments file a lawsuit today.
It is an interesting property. I've done events there. And in truth, I can see why it is a good selection for this. It is a central building where they have the event space. But then there are multiple, I believe it is 8 or 10 separate lodges, all within walking distance, under covered walkways, that, as Mr. Mulvaney says, can house individual delegations and the press. So you can see the argument that it works on a level and in a way that others might not. That doesn't do away with the
counter to that, and what's important is geographically what you want is a remote area that you can, security-wise, seal off. Now, sealing off Miami, sealing off a wide radius around the airport while still having active commercial flights is going to be difficult.
So that's why they might have done it at Camp David in the past, for example?
Correct. Or when they do it in Europe, it's in a small town in the middle of nowhere where they can seal off.
Right.